Either I became immune to the cliffhangers of the Breaker New Waves, or this wasn't that bad of a cliffhanger. I mean, don't get me wrong, this was a cliffhanger, but it didn't get to me as bad as the previous chapters because it didn't end in the middle of a fucking fist fight like it normally does. So, at the very least, this chapter ended on a high note to where it wasn't in the middle of a fight. Like, you had it to where Shiwon was kind of on his knees asking for his teacher to stop and, you know, can you teach me once again? Pretty much Shiwon was sacrificing his life to try to change his teacher back to the way he was. So, this chapter of The Breaker New Waves, good chapter. Very, very good chapter. And very one-sided. Oh, dude. Like, oh my god. Okay, so I knew for a fact Shiwon couldn't probably fight Nine Arched Dragon. I mean, I thought he would be able to put up some form of fight, but I knew for a fact he couldn't possibly beat his teacher. I did want to see Black Origin Threshold, which is still on the table, but still. His teacher just laid Shiwon the smackdown. Like, he beat the shit out of him. Like, Shiwon was like a rag doll pretty much this entire chapter. And Shiwon was getting schooled hard. Like, oh my god. Shiwon's going in with his skills and stuff he's learned for the entirety of Breaker New Waves. And all of a sudden you have it to where, you know, his sensei's coming in, grabbing him by the face, slamming him into the ground, into the concrete. I'm like, oh, yo. Here's the thing, okay? If Shiwon would have been a normal human being how he used to be technically, that would have crushed his head in like a freaking, like, pulp. He would be a watermelon. And, I mean, thank God he has gotten stronger, because if he didn't, he would have died right there. And I actually want to dive into a couple of things with this chapter. So, I personally believe that the Nine Arched Dragon is holding back. And it's kind of obvious that, you know, Shiwon is also holding back at the exact same time. Because what makes me believe that the Nine Arched Dragon is holding back is because he continues to ask, do you want to die, to Shiwon. Even that raises a bell in my head, like, okay, so if he really wanted to kill, you know, Shiwon, he wouldn't be asking that question. He would constantly try to attack him, beat the shit out of him, and kill him, pretty much. And clearly he could do that, because we saw the damage that Shiwon took in this chapter, and he's just trying to incapacitate Shiwon, not really try to kill him. And on top of that, too, Shiwon is really not trying to fight either. He's just trying to change his, you know, teacher back to the way he was. He's like, please teach me once again, teacher, you know, stuff like that. And so the chapter is pretty much, you know, teacher and student trying to express their feelings to each other. And the teacher is pretty much saying, like, no, I gotta continue my mission I already have. And then you have it to where, you know, the Shiwon is like, nope, you got to go back to the way you were, the kind-hearted teacher you were. And that's pretty much like the battle of this episode. Even though it looks like it's a physical battle, it's like more of a battle of emotions or mentality between the characters. And I like that a lot. I really do. So, pretty much Shiwon, he got wrecked. He got just straight up wrecked in this chapter. He didn't stand any chance because Nine Arched Dragon wasn't even trying, though, you could tell. And that's majority of the chapter, honestly, because it's a very simple chapter. Great chapter, but damn it, it's simple. The artwork, I think, is what really takes up majority of the panels and pages, because, I mean, that artwork is godly. Oh, it's not One Punch Man level. It's not that One Punch Man level. But for this to be a weekly series, the backgrounds, the art on the characters arts, everything. Oh my god. Like that, the freaking artwork on these panels in just 1 week's time is just mind-blowing. It's fucking mind-blowing, because this series curb stomps all the weekly shonen. Yes, even my Taizai. I may love my fucking Taizai, but I'm not going to deny that the crisp artwork and clean artwork of the Breaker New Waves is just something else. Like, oh. Like, it is something I love seeing each week. Like, that artwork is just so fucking beautiful. And I've heard that the actual writer of the Breaker New Waves has lost like 2 to 3 assistants over Christmas or whatever. I remember a couple of Chibits telling me that a while back. And since he technically lost that many assistants, that means he's not technically at full capacity with his, you know, art style and all that. So imagine if he got all of his assistants back and he started, you know, drawing how he used to be. That'd be ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. So, chapter. Overall. Very good. Very, 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 very good. I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed it. Hype. It's a short chapter, but it's fucking hype. And you gotta love the conclusion of the chapter, because it doesn't leave us in the middle of a fist fight. Thank God. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. And Chibi, out.